All right, I am back. So first things first, I want to make sure there's no technical issues out of the way. Everyone hear me okay? Everything look okay? Well, been a long time. Quite a long time. Um, so I haven't been inactive for this whole 2 years, but I haven't streamed for over 2 years now. Um, but I have been active writing wise and playing in the last year. Um, the Patreon's been uh, doing more than I ever thought it would. Uh, so I thought, it'd be nice to supplement my writing with a bit of streaming again. And I've gotten the time and really just the interest. Um, so plan is to more or less probably stream once a week for a decent while. People who uh, know my last heard of me from YouTube, I was going to do a series of video essays, and I still kind of have that project that I want. I still have projects that I want to do. I still have sort of like a half finished project, um, but I wasn't able to do a couple things with it, and so I was kind of feeling unsatisfied. Um, so I hope to release it at some point, but it's pretty back burner right now. Um, Not sure when I'll come back to it. Jared, thanks for following. And the sub actually work. I thought they would. Fun little certs. Sure, it's not too loud. Thanks for this. Um, yeah, people who uh didn't know that I've been back to it. This is basically what I've got going on. So I obviously since I last streamed, the last stream I did was discussing Namesticker Goblin and its like implications to the deck. And since then, the card's been released on Magic Online, and the format has really changed quite a lot. We've also got Broadside Bombardiers, which made a huge impact on the deck. I think arguably just as much as non-retro versions of Enu. Um, Thanks. What retro versions of my deck looks like? But I've been playing Turbo Muxus and Vial Goblins more or less in equal play. Vial Turbo's just so easy to play, leagues through so fast. So, for people who don't know Turbo Muxus, um, Goblins is like a tier 1 deck in Legacy now. Kind of funny to say. It's just this like super stompy deck. Goblins are the most back they have ever been. Vial is still pretty lightly played. A lot of players moved on to Turbo Muxus. I personally think Vial is actually a little bit better. It's just a lot harder to play. I've had really good results. Audio cuts out for a fraction of a second. Walk quietly. Okay. Okay. That's good. Up a little bit. I lowered the decibels on the open threshold. I think that should help. I have to like relearn all these tools. It's been so long. Hey, Oleg. So I think since I haven't played Turbo Muxus on the stream ever, and people haven't ever seen me play the deck, I'll probably play that tonight, and we'll see how long it takes because this deck is crazy fast. So you end up playing leagues in like 45 minutes. This is what I've been doing with the deck. I actually 5-0'd my last league with it, which is cool. Legacy right now just had the Warhammer 40k cards put onto Magic Online. So, correct? So the meta's undergone a little bit of upheaval. We've seen a lot of, before that, the last showcase, I think, like, what was it? Half of the top 8 was Reanimator, but it's like the Reanimator build. So I'm not super enthused about that. So that's why I've got the four Leyline of the Void and then licensors. And Chalice also comes in, obviously. And then Reb. Reb I've kind of added into the mix just because respecting control a little bit more. Doomsday I see a lot in leagues. I see the Triumph of St. Catherine just came up on Magic Online, and so I imagine the 5-color control is going to be more of a thing, and Reb is going to be good against them for stopping brainstorms to set up miracles. Also like Hydroblast and stuff. So because Goblins is so strong, like the deck is like definitely facing more hate than it has in a long time. So you kind of have to compensate for that a bit. Oh yeah, and people are playing the 5-color domain leyline. It turns all your things all colors, and coincidentally, that does make Pyroblast sort of a vindicate on anything. Okay. On the play, this hand doesn't do anything. This hand, oh wow, this hand's almost kind of nuts, but we can do better. This is sort of a problem with Turbo Muxus, is that you can get stuck. Like if your hand doesn't produce 3 mana, your hand just like is unkeepable all the time, and it is sort of a structural problem with the deck. This hand sucks, but I guess we're keeping it because I don't want to go 4. The good thing about this hand is that all your top decks are really good. Yeah, just never be unlucky. That is the way of the Stompy deck. So obviously putting back Chrome Mox. I think I do that. I think I want to keep my second red source, both because Battlecry is Battlecry, and also this means this hand actually casts Muxus on turn 1. Or not turn 1, on turn 3. I'm genuinely surprised that the bots are still working. Like MTG bot is still here. I would have thought it like broke by now. There's like some tiny argument to Spirit Guide out the Battle Cry, but it's probably initiative. Which is quite a good matchup for this deck. I mean, this is. I don't care about blaming MTGO. That's just a stupid way to. Like, sorry, like, there's not issues with Magic Online. People just don't shuffle enough in paper, and also you get a wider. If you play a lot of Magic, a lot of weird stuff will happen eventually, because that's just how odds work. All right. Opponent they probably name Battlecry, but maybe they name Broadside in case they top deck it. The mic seems to have trouble picking on my voice. That's surprising to me. I'll boost it up a little bit. Maybe I just need to talk more clearly. Hey, opponent named Broadside. Okay. If there are issues, do tell me. Skirk Prospector. I think I'll use my mana efficiently, and I'll just play my Battlecry. Hold the Skirk, I think. Yeah. Oh, I'm like, here, I'll adjust. Here. If I turn it here, how's that? Yeah, because I've got the moto on my screen here. Okay. It's a decent name, though. It doesn't actually stop Muxus, because we'll have 6, 7, 8 mana. Rabble Master. Kind of interesting. So I could go. So I could go second main Rabble Master. I could go Skirk, Spirit Guide, Rabble Master. Make a token. The problem is I don't want the battle cry to get forced into attacking into these guys until next turn, so I think I go second main. I think actually Spirit Guiding out the Skirk is worth it here. Because that frees up my red mana next turn. It might not matter. I think it's worth it. Take 6. Okay, that's a good reason to play out the guy. There's Wasteland in that deck. Okay. That's sort of... That's just neutral, so I'm not going to do that. All right. Well, we're attacking because we have to attack. Yeah, I guess it's mono white initiative, which isn't like really a thing, but... So fortunately, this is 6. So this triggers pack tactics. So we can do some like pretty funky things with the Skirk and Battlecry here. Do they have to block is the question, because I'm actually like dead if I hadn't drawn this. So they might, if they don't have to block, they might not block. Then they probably die if they don't block. Because So then I add +5. Yeah, they have to block. They absolutely have to block. Okay. That could be worse. They waited until the round master. Okay, gain 6. But if so this is 3, 6, 9, 11. So if I'm pumping twice, so if I sack this, pump twice, this would be 4, 13. That's pretty bad for me, huh? I think I'm dead. Because if I sack this, pump twice, they can just block here and then take 9, and then I'm dead in the air. But because if we sack this, well, I guess we just let this resolve. Yeah. We're just gonna shift damage around on the table. Okay. Yeah, this is fine actually. So which one do I want to kill? Or which one am I okay leaving alive? Probably. I think I want to kill this one, and I'll leave the other one on Muxus. That's fine. I want to kill the flyer. Plus Archon's just like annoying in general. Yeah. Okay. This actually worked out fine. So we take 3. I wonder if opponent blocks if we just attack. Oh, they drew something. Chalice? Stoneforge Mystic? That's illegal. What the fuck is Stoneforge doing in your deck? Okay, so we have to draw Bombardiers. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. So opponent has to block here. They might go to 1. They block the token. No, then they die. I think they're dead. No, they can block here, but then they sack the Stoneforge Mystic, basically. It's very easy for opponent to mess up blocks here. Shoutouts to Skirk Prospector, by the way. Yeah. Now they're dead. So this is a fun trick. So you click on Battlecry Goblin. Sack. Sack is paying the cost. Skirk Prospector. I mean, also Mind Goblin, but. All right, now how loud was that? Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Oh, Pinu. Okay, you're the guy from Discord. All right, good. All right, Pyrokinesis. Good card. Considering it's a Stoneforge package, I would like I would imagine Trashmaster's decent against other parts of their deck. It doesn't kill Kaldra, but I'd imagine that there is GTA, maybe Batterskull hanging out in the sideboard. I don't particularly like Rabblemaster in this matchup. Rabblemaster really should have lost us that game. Like, if they just didn't let us gain 6, we would have died, I think. The all attack clause can really screw you over. So the trick at the end of the game there, so you announce that you're activating Battlecry Goblin, and then you pay the costs. And Skirk Prospector being a mana ability, you can just like you can pay the red as part of the cost. I'm not a judge. I don't I don't know how to explain that in a technically correct way, but it has to do with, it's similar to how, like, if you have a War Chief and a Skirk and you want to cast a Muxus for 5 mana, you can be casting you can be sacrificing the War Chief in the process of casting the Muxus, and it'll still cost 5 mana. Similar kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think I want to make any other changes. Okay. This is sort of a reluctant-ish keep. I'm going to put back the Cavernous Souls because the opponent's playing Wasteland and also Archon of Emeria, so the basics have high value. Opponent is mulling to 5. Planes. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, yeah. It's similar ideas, like the affinity thing. It's good analogy. Hey, there's Jite. All right, so just based on how this is playing out, I'm extremely, oh my god. It's very likely my opponent has Swords to Plowshares. So in that case, what do I want to do about it? Like, I could just stick her here, they plow, and then I stick her again next turn and probably kill them. The risk of that would be Wasteland. And also Archon kind of screws you over another way, because if you don't play the city now, then the Archon's annoying, but Archon shuts off these guys in general. So I think if my opponent had Archon, they would have just played Archon. So the read is Plow. I think I'm just going to play Battlecry Goblin and hope that that eats the Plow out of their hand. Also, like, if I don't have to play City of Traders, I would prefer not to, you know? Okay, they did not use the Plow. I still think they have a Plow. They're just saving it. Hey, Dan. Rito, thanks for the welcome as well. Okay, Chromox. So this could be like Seasoned Dungeoneer into Solitude. Okay, that's... Oh, okay. They are dead? Most likely. Alien, thanks to the Twitch Prime. Very warm welcome coming back. Thank you, everyone. All right, let's go. Unless you drew a white card and your other card was Solitude. Bam. I could get War Chief into play here. I go War Chief, Sticker. What are the odds here that I whiff? If I... So basically, if I play this and I roll 4 again... Am I dumb? No, I can't whiff. Counting. So it's 8, 7 mana total. I would have liked to get the War Chief in play, but... Okay, it doesn't matter. They are dead. Kabam! Everyone had fun. I'm the Monarch. So, yeah, one of the really good things about Turbo Muxus is that it is insanely good against other stompy decks. All right, another match here. This hand. Wish I had a Spirit Guide. Opponent is known Reanimator gamer. Which makes me want to mulligan this. Yeah, they're like the Reanimator player who sides into Wither Bloom combo. They've got Shallow. Yeah, they're like really goofy. Got Cabal Ritual, or no, Cabal Therapy. Okay, that's less crazy. Only 2 Griefs. 1 Troll, 1 Atraxa, 2 Archons, 1 Grizzlebrand. Worldly Tutor. How the fuck do you have Worldly Tutor in your deck? Oh, I guess that's for the... Yeah, okay, we're mulliganing. It sounds pretty good. This is a turn to Muxus. Put back Gemstone Caverns. Dougie, thanks for the bits. Opponent is on 5. Okay. There's only 2 griefs, so if we don't get turn 1 and we don't get hit with a discard spell, we probably win. That's kind of a lot to ask for against Reanimator, because they usually do one of those 2 things. But opponent does have tap lands in their deck, so anything is possible. So the nice part about Skirk in this sort of spot is it basically means that whatever number I roll with the Sticker Goblin, it doesn't matter. I'll still be able to reach 6 mana. Oh, I know about the juke. I'm up to date. No shit. What the fuck is Elvish Spirit Guide doing in your deck? All right. Yeah. I guess we're just doing this and hope we top deck Sticker or we want a second Sticker. We want Spirit Guide to be all right. Anything that reduces variance. Roundmaster is not it. Roundmaster is very bad. All right, we have like a 30% chance of winning the game. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let them block because if they block, I get to throw the name sticker, and if they don't block, I'll throw the Muxus. Okay. So is putting this in the graveyard worse than taking the hit? This is 9 damage, and I discard Realm Master. They draw a card, and they gain life. I discard Realm Master. That doesn't matter. This is actually a tough call. I've got Exhume covered with Skirk. Can I guarantee killing my opponent if I sack the Muxus? Because if I sack the Muxus, targeting Archon, and they put it back into play, they go up to 15. Discard Realm Master. I think I let them have the Archon. I think I let them have the Archon. Yeah, and I would just throw a name sticker at their face, put them to 7. They go up to 10. I do. They could animate my broadside and throw Archon at me for 12, because I would take 3 on the attack, and then I take 10, so 13. But then I would be able to just block. I guess I would block with the Skirk. If I throw Muxus at their face, they take 8, go down to 6. Kill Archon is definitely not GG. We also know opponent has Shallow Grave in their deck, so that's like an extra reason to not kill it. I do kind of want to kill it, though. My instincts are telling me this is wrong, but I feel like I want to do it anyway. It's kind of a weird place to be. Yep. Two in hand, one's a Spirit Guide, so they can't really do anything here. So I have to chump block the Ravel Master. And they take potentially 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think killing. No, I got baited. Killing Archon was wrong. Oh no, they spent Spirit Guide. Okay. Okay, so land Reanimate makes this game really bad for me. Yeah, I should have just kept the Muxus. Like, if I keep Muxus, I don't really care about anything my opponent could do post combat. Like if like the argument is that killing the Archon keeps them from drawing cards that could potentially do stuff. None of the stuff they do post combat matters because even if they get like lifelinkers into play, Skirk and Broadside both negate lifelink, so it wouldn't matter. All right, Glyph. Oh, thanks for the sub, man. Nice to have you. How was Scarab Swarm? Now that you finally got your hands on it. Pedal. My opponent was tanking this long. They definitely have something. It's probably Reanimate, in which case I lose. What? Well, that was a good draw. Because now I can chuck that. I think I sacked the Prospector. Got to play like 5 times and it's great every time. Nice. Love to see it. All right, so I think opponent punted that. I have no idea. I guess if they took Broadside, they'd have to sack this. Would I be dead? I guess I wouldn't be dead. Oh, I should have waited for the trigger resolve. That was bad. But they're going to chump block the Rebel Master anyway, so it doesn't matter. Cool. That was a weird game. That's like a lot of combat math for playing against Reanimator. Okay. So I know opponent's going to do this stupid Witherbloom command juke. Do I actually care about it? This makes Pashlik Mons a little bit more valuable. Get the sack outlet set up, then they can't combo you. Chalice is still going to be good. I'm still going to board in Ley Lines, and maybe I just don't board in the Hearse. Shave 1 Muxus. Maybe. Kind of want to cut a land. I think Cavern Souls is the least valuable land because the red sources activate Battlecry. The only thing a Cavern does is get Skirk through my own Chalice on 1, which like maybe matters. But I think it's fine. Let's do this. Little weird to not board in the Hearse. never had this happen to me. I think this hand like absolutely loses. Yeah, that is a screenshot. That's really funny. Like even if it does look like a hand hider. Even if my opponent wasn't going to juke into this other combo, this probably doesn't work. Key for science. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm actually gonna keep. Yeah, I've literally never had that happen. Okay, so no Entomb basically screams that they're gonna Witherbloom me. Tap lands XD. It's my bag trap worth considering. It works against both strategies. It doesn't actually work against Chain of Smog, which is something I had to learn the hard way. Okay, putting back Boseiju also tells me that they're gonna Witherbloom me. They might hold it until. So I mean, they can't Dark Ritual. There's grief. Hey, speaking of Dark Ritual, it's gone. Yeah, the copies aren't cast. The 4 Leyline hand was funny because I don't think I would even put the 4th Leyline into play. I think I would do 3 and just hold the other one for like a Chromox. Yeah, I was worried about Bombardiers. Okay, they just have nothing. They can animate dead my Bombardiers. It's not that good if you don't have any. Okay, so they have to top deck Chain of Smog. Chain of Smog has to. Oh yeah, they did lose 2 damage. Chain of Smog needs to resolve to copy. So if I get a Chalice on 2, I think they can't win. Yeah. So any land, any mana source that's not fucking Chromox. That works. We do need to not die to Grizzly Bears, but I think we can manage that. You want to have looked really bad for Leyline of the Voids. Okay. Kind of wish I had my Skirk back, but I'm a little worried about top deck Grief, I will say that. Grief could turn this into a real clock. Alright. That's a lot of damage, but I'll do it. Kind of wish I could use it on the Witherbloom, but is it worth just playing Pashlik Mons itself and holding this? I think it is. Well, I have 3 Muxuses, 0 Ringleaders. There actually isn't that many mana sinks. Yeah, I think I just play this. Yeah, I ran a league of Vial with 2 main deck curses because I was so sick of Reanimator. I didn't play against any grief decks, but I did. Did get to exile an Uro in game 1 that basically won me the game against 5-color control, which was pretty sweet. That's a good draw. I'm just gonna see if opponent blocks. See if they know what's up. Okay, they do know what's up. I want a creature in play, because then I can just like start attacking forever. That was a test, and opponent did pass. I guess I do need to start worrying about hardcast giant guy at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have match win loss in the UI? No, I do not. We are 1-0. And this is game 2 against Reanimator. We're up a game. Yeah, that particular thing I don't have up right now. I should probably get that back on there, but it's kind of funny that the scariest draws my opponent can have is like yet more mana sources, which is probably why they're not fetching. I guess Beseiju could kill me if they had drawn Chain of Smug by this point. The sea of 1/1s begins. I don't want to take any more damage off my lands. Next turn, I will start attacking with Basilisk. So then I'll have 4 tokens. They'll basically be forced to block. And like just the 4 tokens are enough of a clock that I'm not worried about losing the Basilisk anymore. We can draw that. Battle Cry ends the game here. So does Bombardiers, but Battle Cry is cleanest. Just got to make sure to cast it with Cavern. Countersoul's good land. Even though I boarded one out. Oop, wrong ability. Battlecry Goblin's such a good card. It's kind of crazy how like undiscovered it was for so long, and like it's actually just like War Chief plus Pile Driver combined a lot of the time. You just need like a bit of red mana. Like it's not as mana intensive as it looks. Yeah. Plus it creates bodies. So it's like half of a Mogwar Marshal. Reanimator again! Yay! Please. This has never changed. And also, this guy only plays Reanimator. Which silly juke would this one be? Oh, show and tell. Fun. Also a shallow graver. He's got fucking Borborygmos and Rage in his deck. And Children of Corliss, of course. This is like ultra. Yeah, this is like most degenerate Reanimator possible because this is 4 unmask. There's only 3 grief. That seems slightly deranged. This is like normal keep, but this is not a normal matchup, and I know for a fact that it is not a normal matchup. So, yeah, this is more what I'm looking for. We'll bottom the matron here. Let's just draw a Spirit Guide. Is matron better than Rabble Master? No, because if my... Well, actually... Rabble Master might actually be better to ditch. Because my opponent discard spells me, they'll probably take the Muxus, and so matron can be an extra Muxus, or get a Bombardiers. Whereas Rabble Master doesn't actually, like, do anything. Okay. Spirit Guide? All right, come on. Give me a turn. You didn't do anything last turn. So, was that a mistake? No. Roll to 6, and the plan is discard to hand size. Maybe they're trying to draw unmask. I guess I'm assuming opponent's playing 3 grief for unmask because self discard is like such a part of their plan. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. No, I can beat that. I can totally beat that. That was... yeah, we discard the cavern. There's no Thoughtseize. That was like the most beatable thing that could have happened. I would like my draw step, please. That's a good one. All right, I think we've cut the fail right out of this equation. Wow. Okay. I spoke too soon. Wow. I think we're killing the Archon here. So what's the best thing to get? Yeah, probably another Bombardiers. I was somewhat interested in Battle Cry, but There's a Graveyard Hate Goblin from the upcoming Final Fantasy deck. I don't believe you. Oh, nothing? Okay. My turn's going through his turn so fast that I'm like, did you just skip your turn? But I think, I don't know. Did not expect to win 2 game ones against Reanimator back to back today. Is this 21 damage? Probably. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's actually exactly 21 damage. No, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, no, wow. That's kind of crazy. All right. So I know my opponent's going to board Shontell, so I'm going to board that Red Blast. I'm going to board this. Got 9 cards. So in the sideboard, there's Molten Collapse, Show and Tell, only 2 Wear Tears, so they're actually really soft to Leyline. Why Reb? Because my opponent's going to board in Show and Tell. And also, like, it does hit Atraxa, which can matter in, like, close games. Wear gets countered by Chalice on 1. Yes, but then they confuse it. To get around that, because then it costs 3, I think. So normally I trim 1 Muxus, but if my opponent's boarding in Show and Tell, then Muxus is one of my better cards. It would look clean to cut the Matrons here, but I don't really love doing that against the kind of attrition that can happen in post-board games. I'm actually going to shave a Spirit Guide. Maybe Chromox is better to shave. I kind of want to. There might be a reason to put a Chalice on 0 because the deck's actually kind of light on. I'm going to cut 1 Matron because I don't have a good other cut. I'll cut 1 Prospector. I don't want to cut Prospector because fading lifelink is important. And so is having. I guess I've only got the 1 Reb, so it's like not that big. But Prospector also kind of counters into or exhume sometimes. Nah. Ooh. I mean, I need my opponent to not have Show and Tell, but we get to take 2 pre-game actions. I'm gonna bottom. Huh. I don't think the acceleration matters. I cut Vial. I cut all the Vials against Reanimator when I'm playing Vial. So yeah, I'm gonna put back Spirit Guide, and then I'm gonna imprint Chromox to Jumpstone Caverns. This does mean I can't turn 1 Sticker Goblin if I draw something good. But I think I want all my mana sources to be permanent because I think this game's gonna drag a little bit. You don't get to take 2 different pregame actions very, very often. Opponent's on 5. Okay, keeps their 5. F6. Unmask me, I dare you. like Dark Ritual Show and Tell. Prospector. Okay. I think my best draw there was probably Chalice. Could very easily die to Show and Tell here. Looting. Okay. Looting with a Leyline in play is not very good. But it does help with Show and Tell. So best draw from here is Muxus or Battlecry. Battlecry will end the game really fast. Okay. Okay. Reb would also be really good. Not my favorite draw. Do I play the Sticker Goblin? Makes Battlecry a lot worse of a draw. If I draw Bombardiers, it's better. It's not really that much less mana with the Skirk in play. I'm going to hold it for one turn. Because if it does matter for Muxus, because I'd only have 5 mana. So making my 2 best draws in my deck worse is not really where I want to be. And the risks are it costs me 2 damage, or it gets like hardcast to grief here. Okay. Fine with that. Hey. From here, what do I get? I think I kind of want to get Muxus because if I draw a land, I can cast Muxus, and if I draw a spell, I can imprint Chromox. And it also helps beat Shontel, which my opponent clearly doesn't have because they just pitch Grizzlebrand out of their hand, but oh, that's lethal. By a lot. Easy clap. Nice. Pretty fucking clean start here. I know my opponent has a family. It's Magic Dads. It says in the name. Nevertheless, Reanimator player, no mercy. It's really been too. Yeah, it has. I quit October of 2022. That's when I went on break. Kind of crazy. So it's funny is honestly this is going better than I thought it would. Like I'd actually been running reasonably cold with Turbo Muxus, and I was like, just like not very happy with it as a deck. Um, but now I have won the last 8 matches in a row with it, and I've lost 1 game out of those 8 matches. So that's cool. The Trashmaster main deck isn't so much because I'm like seeing a bunch of artifact decks, but it's mostly like I wanted to free up the sideboard space. And the card's good enough to play in the overall 75. So Pashlik Mons was okay. I think if it was a 4th matron in the game 2 against the first Reanimator, it would have been better by like a decent amount. But I've also had some games where like Pashlik won me the game where nothing else would. Yeah, so there's no lackey in this deck. It's just it's too fast. Well, there's a bunch of reasons why lackey's not in the deck. Play. Yeah. Decision point between Pyrokinesis and Fury. Fury sucks. Most matchups, I think Fury is significantly worse. Even though you can't fling it, I was maybe supposed to pitch differently. Please don't force it, will me? So yeah, even though you can fling Fury with Bombardiers, and it's like, ooh, oh fuck, it's a lot of damage. It oh that the deckless command is ancient, literally an antique. All right, looks like Grixis Delver, which is not a matchup this deck is thrilled to face. That's a good draw. So this is Pashlik. If this Delver doesn't flip, they can't bolt the Pashlik, so that's cool without losing the Delver. That was a really good draw. No flip, please. Fuck. All right, well, opponent has 3 cards. I hope we draw another mana source. Because then we can Battle Cry activate, make a token, attack for 7. Okay. DRC, Ponder. Okay. As long as they don't find a bauble, I'm okay with this. Land? Ooh. Oh, fuck. That is such a good draw, actually. Let's go. This is actually so sick. Now, do I sack my Chrome Mox? Could backfire big time, and it takes a turn off my Battle Cry, but that also keeps both my creatures in play. I think I'm gonna do that because I get to. Yeah, this is actually so. This is so sick. So target Delver for 2 damage. Sack Chrome Mox. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Oh my god, I have to sack a creature to get the Pashlik Mons. Oh my god, that was an egregious punt. Egregious punt. Super terrible play. I should have sacked the Pashlik Mons, which would then create a ping. Region. Well, then they Molten Collapse. Okay. Yeah, huge error. I don't know why I acted as if Pashlik would trigger off of sacking Mox. Yeah, that was where I was going, was sacrificing Pashlik Yeah. Wow, that was really bad. I'll play the land in case I draw another red source and I can double activate. I'm annoyed with myself. That was a really bad mistake. Yes, the only difference between Pyrokinesis and Fury is instant speed, but instant speed basically turns it into a completely different card. Okay. I think I lose this game just because of that mistake. DRC should be dead, but at least we get the token here. Bowmaster is very likely. Yeah. So let's see if they might mess this up. They need to target this. If they target the token, they will lose the combat and probably the game. Damn it. Opponent reading my cards. Cheating. Oh. Okay. So any land or spirit guide's okay. Prospector would be pretty good. Bombardier's probably my best draw. 1, 2, 3. Murktide is only a 6/6 and it would kill Delirium. Hey John, nice to have you. Oh, I missed a sub Necroscope. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I think opponent's thinking about Murktide here. Yeah, this game should have been over, and like I would lose the Pashlik, but kill both things, and bleh. Also, I would have had 4 mana, so I could have Battlecry activated a turn earlier. I guess. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. So it's a 6/6. So Bombardier still kills Murktide here, which is kind of sick. Because I can sack Pashlik for 6. Oh. Oh, so they get to keep Delirium. Man. That's a pretty good draw. And they can't have Force of Will. All right. So I go to 1 here. Is there anything I can do about anything? I don't think so. I think I just attack. Yeah. It's just a race. If they have Bold, I'm dead. Okay. No bolts, please. Second Murktide also kills me. Also, Bowmasters kills me. I'm dead to most things. I need my opponent's hand to be like days. Wasteland. Oh no, Murktide doesn't kill me. You're right. They would lose Delirium. That's a good point. Wow, that's a That was lucky. So on the draw here, yeah, all skill, 100% of the time. Yeah, I've been liking 2 Kinesis against Delver just in general. Against Grixis Delver, Muxus is not terribly realistic on the draw. I think I'll just go to 1 Muxus, and kind of to go along with that, War Chief is mostly in the deck for Muxus, so I'm going to trim the War Chief. I'll do this. I'll bring in Null. I'll bring a Hearse in on the play. It's a lot of Spirit Guides, no lands. Yuck. I think I'm gonna very reluctantly keep this because you can't really go to 5 against Delver. I'm gonna put back one of these Shadow Skull Smashings, but I'm gonna hold on to the other one to potentially cast off this Sticker God. I could also draw Pyrokinesis, and I'd rather pitch a redundant land than a spell. Oh shit! I forgot to board out Chrome Mox. Oh, that's what's going on. I normally board out 2 Chrome Mox against Delver, and I just totally forgot. This is the risk of streaming, is you forget what you normally do because you're distracted. Okay, ponder, no shuffle. You can literally summon these things, you know? Yeah, I would prefer if that Chromox was literally anything else. Literally any other spell that I sided out. I've not played this match particularly well. So opponents cantrips on the first 2 turns, so their hand is going to be very stacked. No threat. Okay, Ringleader's a good draw. Yeah, we won game 1. So Ringleader, I think I'm going to Chrome Mox Spirit Guide out this Ringleader. And I'll discard the Shadow Skull now. If there's a wish for 3 with this, you play instead of Matron. That's an interesting question. So I'm hoping that opponent's going to want to spend their mana efficiently and also fill up the graveyard for Murktide, which means that they then bolt this Ringleader, which then means Sticker Goblin is more likely to do something. Thanks, Ringleader. Very cool. Well, yeah, on the bright side, I don't think I wanted to draw any of those cards, so. Opponent's playing this very patiently. I'm going to play a Murktide here. Yeah, the old post ever. I mean, it's 1. Ow. That hurt. Ow. Oh, ouchie. That would explain opponent's like really defensive posture won't collapse. I know there's been some discussion over the 1 ring in Ringleader's slot. That's a good draw. I really need this to not hit a 4. There's like a 100% chance that would have. Fuck. All right, well, I'm going to get dazed and lose, but yeah, the One Ring last turn would absolutely cut and daze or forced. They probably. I mean, realistically, they have both. They have both because they've cantripped a bunch of times and have done nothing for so long. Yeah. So no Murktide, and we have to top deck Reb. I would also guess opponent has Hydroblast. Really? Chromox. Yeah, so Chromox really bad. Really, really bad in this matchup. So definitely cutting down to Hydroblast. Okay. All right. We're out of here. Okay. Get these fucking Chromoxes out of here. Gemstone Caverns. I think we'll go like this. Yeah. I like this hand. Basic Mountain really makes this hand. Though, this is an interesting question. I think I actually lead on Ancient Tomb because it forces them to Wasteland me turn one. And if they don't, I get to Cavern my dudes. And I have a redundant Soul Land, so it's like fine. Delver. Double Rabble Master. No flip. Probably means Wasteland. No, okay. Molten Collapse, no. Dear Sea, okay. Wow, okay. Huh. This is an interesting spot. It's interesting because I want to go Bombardiers, kill a DRC after dealing a whole bunch of damage. But also, I want to play Chalice around Daze. But if I go City Chalice, then things could kind of cascade into danger for me. Because if they Daze, I'm far ahead. Well, I don't want to give them the Surveil triggers, is the reason. Double Surveils a lot. I guess it would just be one Surveil if I do it post combat, so it's not that bad. It does also set up the Delver, which is a real cost. I also have Molten Collapse, which makes Chalice less good. So, okay. There's also a risk in playing out the city, because then if they kill my Cavern, then I have to blow up my own city, but I think that's more acceptable. I guess also doing it this way hides info during combat, so they're not going to know necessarily how they are supposed to block. I wouldn't be surprised if they triple block Bombardiers, actually. Rabble Master. Okay, well, we got an extra one of those. Yeah, that'll just go through. I'm fine with that. Yeah, if they daze, then they can't Murktide, basically. Because Murktide would just like immediately die. So they go fetch Molten Collapse, kill both. Kind of annoying. Yeah. Yeah, that was a really weird block. I guess they're really just worried about their life total, but yeah, 5-for-1, 5-for-1 Rabble Master. Delver is the best matchup for Rebel Master, like by a good margin, I think. It's like Delver and Scam, like just the tempo matchups. Oh, nice. Well, here's a Murktide. A 4-4 Murktide that immediately dies to this ringleader. Mm-hmm. Can't do anything with Pashlik here. No, little. If those were one CMCs, then yes, but it's not. And another Realm Master. Okay. Unfortunately, cannot play the Skirk because of my Chalice. Opponent seems extremely dead. All right, 4-0, easy clap. Be pretty sick to back 5-0 and have a 5-0 on my first stream back. I'll be happy with the 4-1 too, though. Like, I think we've gotten pretty lucky to 2-0 Reanimator twice. Delver match, we got very unlucky in game 2 of against Delver with like the ringleader bricked, and then I drew like all the worst decks or all the worst cards in my deck. Do I have a fixed schedule for streaming? That is a good question. I'm probably not going to stream on Fridays normally. I just wanted to like do it this week, and this was like a time that worked out. Probably going to be Monday or Tuesday because I teach on Thursday and Friday, and I have like a staff meeting in the middle of the day on Wednesday, and I usually like run errands and stuff and do my class prep as well. So probably Monday or Tuesday. I'm not going to stream twice a week. As far as time of day, it'll probably be earlier as well. I'll probably be like in early afternoon here is probably when I'll start on average. All right, Negator 87. Yeah, this is a hand. I don't Tom Hep is Negator 77 if I'm remembering correctly. This is not Tom Hep. Is it? I don't think so. It'd be crazy if we happen to queue each other. Okay, yeah, it's not Tom Hep. Okay. Holy shit, we are going off. This is a bad matchup. The server's lagging out. Please, Moto, let me inflict. All right, we have 10 mana. If we play Battlecry and we activate 4 times, that it does force a chump block. So no, Matron for Muxus is definitely wrong here. So so this is 6, 8, or 6, 12, 8. Yeah, let's just do this. No opportunity for opponent to. Actually, just puts him to 1 through the blocker. Yeah, exactly. This is as good as lethal. All right, that was a really fucked up hand. Now, this matchup is hairy. Cephalids is not what I want to play against. I've kind of come around on Chalice being good against them as Turbo Muxus, even though they can get around it pretty easily. And it does interfere with your rep, but that's not that important. In fact, I'm gonna trim 2 prospectors. Yeah, I don't love ley lines against them, both because it doesn't stop their secondary plan. It doesn't stop either Saga or Stoneforge Mystic, and also they can step through for Thassa's Oracle to hand and then combo you. So like they have 3 ways built into the deck to get around it, plus Teferi can bounce it. So it's like, yes, it'll stop them from killing you on turn 2. So it does buy you time, but the deck is very good at getting around ley lines. So like I kind of just want to board in only the Unlicensers to kind of keep them honest. Does vialing a creature out get around Chalice? Yes. You can vial in 1 drops through Chalice. I do it all the time. Rabblemaster is a little questionable against the Stoneforge deck. Though they don't tend to play Batterskull anymore, so you don't have to worry about that particular interaction. I'm going to trim 1 Muxus. Maybe I do just cut the Rabbles. Maybe I want more Skirks because Pashlik plus Skirk is such a good setup against them. This is a good hand. Trashman blows up Shuko and the Saga stuff, so I think it's pretty good. Hey, Shuko. Okay, we're going to go pitch Matron here, and we're going to sticker and see what we hit. Okay, I'm probably dead. Okay, not dead. Okay. I only got 2 cards. Kind of surprised they didn't name Muxus there. Thoughtseize Bug. This does open up Plow. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. Because if they had... Okay. If they had Plow, why would you name Sticker with your Cabal Therapy? All right. All right, I think we've been gifted this one by Moto. Just top deck name sticker. Third time's the charm. Oh man, I just dragged my chat over the screen because I was so excited. Wow. All right. Speedrun. That was almost 2 hours. Yeah, that was a very auspicious return to form. Goblins are back. Let me let me put these screenshots somewhere real quick. So that's back-to-back 5-0s. Yeah, that was that was pretty sick. That was honestly completely disgusting. Turbo Muxus hat trick. Aiming for around 2 hours per stream. So this is a good place to call it. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Obviously insanely lucky, but like, okay, we were still in, as long as we dodged the cephalid right there. I think we were pretty favored because we could get the Trashmaster into play kind of no matter what we drew, and the Trashmaster would basically put the Shuko in check, plus put a clock on them. So they would need to draw both combo pieces, which they obviously didn't have because they didn't flashback the therapy with like a Nomads or whatever. Yeah, luck is a big factor in the game. Yeah, yeah. But it is extremely funny that we drew like people joke about the Thoughtseize bug, and it's like, oh, you know, whatever you Thoughtseize, they inevitably draw. We had like Cabal Therapy miss, and then draw the card, and then they name Cabal Therapy twice in a row. It's really funny. All right, yeah, this list seems to be working out really well. Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching. Thanks for the subs. I would encourage everybody to check out the Patreon. And you know, check out my sideboard guide, which has a very similar list to this. I've changed a little bit. I didn't have the main deck Trashmaster. I had 2 War Chiefs. I had Thorn of Amethyst instead of Unlicensed Hearse. I didn't have the Reb in here. I think I had 2 Moons. I don't remember at the Mind Break Tracker or not. It's like relatively small changes. But the main deck, and I changed the mana base slightly as well. I finally got the 4th City and Traders plus the Gemstone Caverns, and Gemstone Caverns has been good. I regret cutting it whenever I cut it. So I just actually went up to, I cut the Sokens on because I was like, okay, I've channeled this 1 time or 2 times in like 40 matches or whatever. See you in another 2 years. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna find somebody to raid here. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen that much like Legacy on Twitch, even with the new cards. Okay, we're gonna raid somebody who I know is sort of like a friend of a friend, whose username is sort of incomprehensible, but we'll get there. Who's playing a pretty cool looking deck? Yeah, Tony is playing. Tony Scapone. Yeah, you definitely. If you're into combo stuff, definitely check out Tony. He's been crushing it lately. But I like rating small streams. Is this right? Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks, everyone. Good start. See you next time.